India's gaming market is expected to grow from $2.8 billion in 2022 to a whopping $5 billion by 2025, growing at a CAGR of 28 to 30%. Now, the number of gamers in the country is expected to expand from 420 million in 2022 to hit 500 million by 2025. In fact, between 2017 and 2020, the country's gaming industry expanded at a CAGR of 38% compared to 8% in China and 10% in the US. According to the World Economic Forum, mobile devices are the primary drivers of India's gaming industry. Now, affordable internet and the availability of faster smartphones with enhanced gaming capabilities have also fueled the market. However, in a bid to arrest increasing cases of addiction, various state governments imposing a ban on games of chance and online gambling. With this in mind, the government appointed MeitY as the nodal ministry to regulate gaming. Earlier this year, MeitY released draft amendments for online gaming rules to ensure that online games should be offered in conformity with Indian laws and that the users of such games be safeguarded against potential harm. Let's now talk about the financial health of the sector. FY22 turned out to be a tough phase for startups in fantasy, esports and skill-based gaming space, as they couldn't hack growth as swiftly as they did in FY21. The pandemic had given wings to their scale in FY21 as people's outdoor movement was limited. In light of this, let's take a look at how India's gaming unicorns fared into FY22. India's biggest fantasy gaming platform, Dream11, continued its growth momentum in FY22 as its gross revenue grew over 50% and came in at close to 4,000 crore rupees. But at the same time, the firm's profit shrank over 56% in the fiscal year ending March 2022. Fantasy sports was the only source of revenue for the 14-year-old firm. Dream11 generates its revenues primarily by charging platform fees to its users who participate in fantasy sports contests. Dream11 has been sponsoring the Indian Premier League for the past 3 editions and onboarding a host of star cricketers as brand ambassadors. As a result, advertisement and promotional expenses claim the largest share of the firm's costs. On a unit level, Dream11 spent 0.98 paisa to earn a single unit of operating revenue in FY22. Meanwhile, MPL, or the Mobile Premier League, India's third most valued gaming startup, reported a 3-time surge in its loss to over 1,120 crore rupees in FY22 versus FY21. The firm saw its revenue from operations increase only 29% to 497 crore rupees in FY22. For context, the company's operating revenue grew over 8 times during FY21. Total expenses jumped 116% to 1,777 crore rupees as advertising and promotional expenses surged 81% year-on-year. India continued to remain the top market for MPL, contributing more than 88% to the startup's total revenue. MPL offers more than 60 online games such as fantasy cricket, rummy and speed chess with real cash prizes in paid tournaments and 1v1 games. The startup spent 3.57 rupees to earn a rupee of revenue. Now, multi-gaming platform Games 24/7 entered the coveted Unicorn Club in March 2022 after raising $75 million led by Malabar. The Mumbai-based company has become the third unicorn and second most valued startup in the space, followed by Dream11. Now, the vogue for fantasy and card gaming seems to have dropped post-COVID as the revenue for the Tiger Global-backed company shrank 24.4% to 1,160 crore rupees in FY22 from over 1,540 crore rupees in FY21. Games 24/7's operations mainly run on Rummy Circle and the fantasy sports website My 11 Circle. Total expenses stood at close to 1,500 crore rupees. As the scale shrinks, Games 24/7 losses were recorded at 282 crore rupees in FY22 after a profitable FY21, where it showed 110 crore rupees in profits. On a unit level, the company spent 1.28 rupees to earn a single unit of operating revenue.
All right, Arundhati, thank you very much for taking us through that. But on that note, we're going to wrap up this edition of Startup Street. Stay with CNBC TV 18.